Anteater, predator, nuisance, attacker. What's the first word that comes to mind when you think of sharks? Well, today I'm here to tell you why you're afraid of sharks, why you shouldn't be, and how you can help ease that fear. From a strictly visual perspective, sharks are scary creatures. They're quite large and have massive, terrifying teeth in rows of up to 50. However, an average shark only has 15 rows of teeth, and teeth can vary greatly depending on the species. For more predatory sharks like a great white or a tiger, they have very large, sharp, serrated teeth. But for kind of the more mellow types of sharks like whale sharks, they have teeth that are really small and just remnants from a previous time before their evolution. Now, fear of scary-looking animals is a natural adaptation our ancestors developed as a means to protect us from harm. But certainly, not all fears are valid, and we can kind of help to ease this, as I'll explain later. Let me just talk a little bit about the importance of sharks. Sharks play a vital role in the health of any ocean ecosystem. Sharks typically prey on the weak, old, or the sick of their prey populations, such as fish or seals or turtles, keeping the overall population healthier and preventing the spread of disease. Naturally, the easiest targets for sharks are the old and weak, so they can catch those while they're slow and less attentive and keep the disease and illness from spreading throughout a species. Just a fun fact, some sharks don't even eat live animals, they only scavenge the ocean floor, but obviously not this kind of shark. Sharks play an even more important role in the life and health of ocean vegetation, keeping seagrass and other plants in a healthy state. For example, in 2011, when a heat wave struck off the coast of Florida, seagrass populations were hit especially hard, unable to survive in such drastic temperatures. And with, seagrass is the main source of food for most of the Floridian tiger shark's prey, including manatees and other sea cows. And when this heat wave passed, the tiger sharks in the region began to roam throughout the areas where the seagrass was located, like this. And through natural intimidation and fear, manatees began to avoid these kind of locations, and they couldn't stay at one spot, or else they would obviously get eaten. So they would go around and just graze different places, and not just kind of take all the grass from one location. And it's not just an isolated incident, what happened in Florida. This same phenomenon has been noticed in Hawaii, but in a little bit of a different way. You can substitute manatees for turtles and seagrass for other types of ocean vegetation. But sea turtles in Hawaii can't stay in one spot, or else they're going to get chopped. So this is one clear way that sharks maintain a healthy ecosystem, but there are many other ways that this can be observed. Another simple one, sometimes you'll see a picture of like a shark swimming, and it has fish that look like it's eating inside its mouth. And that's like a symbiosis where they'll clean the teeth and the fish get to eat and the shark won't eat those fish. So should have gotten a picture of that. So let me talk about why you shouldn't be afraid of sharks. It's really easy for me to just say, sharks are good, don't be scared, but let me give you some interesting statistics. This past year, 2018, saw a significantly lower number of confirmed shark attacks in 66 rather than the 2011 to 2017 average of 84 attacks. And there were only 5 fatalities last year globally, so that's pretty low, considering over 75 million people visit U.S. beaches each year, yet only 26 confirmed fatalities have occurred in the past 40 plus years. You have about a 1 in 264 million chance of being killed by a shark. That's pretty low if you ask me. And some fun facts about your odds of being killed by other things besides sharks. According to the CDC, cows actually kill 22 people in the U.S. each year. That's almost as many people who have died from sharks since the 70s, so watch out. Falling coconuts kill about 150 people each year, so if you're going to go to the beach, you'd probably have a better shot of being in the ocean and not getting bit by a shark than getting killed by one of these. You're better odds of being struck by lightning twice in your lifetime than of dying from a shark attack. And for all you top bunkers. 450 people in the U.S. die from falling out of bed each year, so watch out. And so as you can see, there's so many more, what you would say, less scary things that you could die from. So if you aren't afraid of cows, your bed, or coconuts, there's no reason to really be afraid of sharks. They're an integral part of a healthy ocean ecosystem, and they're not trying to eat you. You can also rest in the fact that you taste pretty disgusting to sharks. So 90% of the time, they'll take a bite out of you, realize that you taste gross, and then just leave you to be on your own. So what can we do to ease our fear of sharks? First, you can know the facts. So like I said earlier, you have a much, much higher chance of being killed by something silly like your bed or a coconut. So I think there's some comfort in that. Don't believe all the hype that you see in the media about sharks, where they're portrayed as terrible man-eating killers and mindlessly just trying to go eat the next surfer. Don't enter the water at dusk or dawn. These are the preferred feeding times for most breeds of sharks. And I know this is tough, like if there's any surfers or bodyboarders out here, because that's when the winds are usually the lowest, but that's a risk you have to take. You can also educate yourself about how sharks really behave and how they're not out there trying to eat you. And as a last word of caution, if you are scared, just don't watch Jaws.